Hello there people, this is Bruce Cool or Nintendo here, back again with some more Pokemon Go battles in the Great Battle League. And unlike my last video, we have moved from the Ultra League to the Holiday Cup now. There is the choice for Holiday Cup or the Master League, which technically you can, anything goes, you can use whatever Pokemon you want at any CP with certain restrictions, depends on the Master League that you choose. But I don't have many amazing Pokemon that are maxed out, especially since the level 50 restrictions are, the increase from level 40 to level 50 has appeared. So there's no point me even trying that. I'm just going to stick with the Holiday Cup. And it is quite a fun little cup too. So the deal with this is you can use Pokemon up to 1500 CP. Instead of 2500, but they have to share a particular type, so either be a monotype in this format, or at least share the types that they introduce. So you can use anything with a flying type, electric, ghost, flying, grass and ice. I think that covers it. So as long as your Pokemon share some of that typing, great, use them. And here I have Altaria, Magnezone and Frostlass. Both Magnezone and Frostlass are fairly new to me at this particular stage, so it'll be interesting to see what I do in this particular set. Now this set in particular is actually before hitting 2,499 points on the ranking system. For those of you that don't know, you have to hit 2,500 to become veteran rank. So hitting 2,499 is very frustrating. However, this particular set is a very decent set to show off these particular Pokemon, and there's a particular reason as well why I'm showing this particular set ahead of the 2,499 one. So let's just get straight into it and see what plays we can do. Like I say, these Pokemon are very, very new to me. Altaria isn't a problem at all, but Magnezone I only used at the beginning of the Holiday Cup, and Frostlass I used the very next day. Managed to find myself a very decent snow run, or a semi-decent snow run anyway, to give a bit of bulk for this league. Let's see how we do. So Altaria against Marowak, very, very good. It's exactly what the Altaria league is to do, because Zone and Frostlass are weak to fire. Just realised Altaria is to do, that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. Altaria is a great league to cover most Pokemon other than fairies. So here I'll bring out Magnezone against the Wigglytuff that the opponent swapped out to. Magnezone can chip away at this even with shields, but you can see there, even without using the shields, the Wigglytuff has kind of ripped into me a bit. Magnezone is a bit glassy, so you've got to be careful how you run with these. The opponent very well brings in their Alolan Marowak again. My Magnezone isn't going to enjoy this, so let's see if they're expecting the Wild Charge. They don't, so that is very good. Either they don't, or they choose to save their shield for their final Pokemon. I bring in the Altaria, make an instant swap out to Frostlass, because I know they're not going to want to keep their Marowak around against my Altaria. Still got to be careful here, because although I've got the type advantage against the Whimsicott, you can see the charm damage is mounting up. Luckily I can get to another, oh can I? Yep, there we go, I've got to another Powder Snow even with the lag there. Now the opponent is definitely going to use their last shield here, so they were good to keep those definitely, and I have got to try and get a Sky Attack off as soon as possible on this Whimsicott. I've got to shield up no matter what, even if it is resisted damage, which in that case it wasn't. A Moonblast would have pretty much killed me. I've got to save as much health as possible going into the Marowak. Even though Altaria on the face of it is good against the Marowak, all the opponent has to do is get a Shadow Bone off and get a defense drop to put me in trouble. But as you can see, was able to beat the Whimsicott, save the shield for the Shadow Bone here, and then the opponent decides to surrender there. But that was a very, very good game. A good showcase of or showing a good reason why I've got an Altaria as the lead here, because again that Marowak would have ripped through my back line. and I'm more than happy to swap into fairies, especially with Magnezone there, depending on the situation. Also the Frostlass. The Frostlass, I didn't even begin to talk about this team comp, but the Frostlass is the safe swap. Altaria versus Altaria here. So what I want to do here, a bit more lag, is try and build up a move and then swap out and try and catch something, but the opponent has the exact same idea. Now, initially Magnezone would be alright against the Lantern, but because this is the Water Gun variant, and even though it's resisted damage, my health is getting chipped away very, very quickly here. So I store up for 2 wild charges to at least try and hit 1. Let's see if the opponent shields this one. They don't, so I believe here, that's it, yeah, I go for the Mirror Shot to try and reduce the attack. I know the opponent's going to shield because they're not going to want to lose this switch advantage here. Luckily they do shield. Oh, more lag, can I get another Mirror Shot off? I had enough to get a wild charge off there actually, but with the lag, you just don't know what's going to happen, so it's best to keep hitting the move you know you're going to be able to pull off. I couldn't tell if I got the attack drop there or not. I think I did, so I can just easily come in with my Altaria and farm the rest of the health. The opponent does have the switch advantage, but I have the shield advantage, so let's see what happens. I instantly go for a sky attack. I see the word Magneton come up and know that this is going to do nothing. I think I was half tempted not to even press any bubbles there, but as you see, still got a bit of chip damage off, even though it was double resisted. I think I let my Altaria just go here, yeah, because I know my Frostlass is going to be able to finish with the shield advantage here. Yep, so shield up a discharge there. I honestly thought it was going to be a magnet bomb there. So quite surprised the opponent went for a discharge. Maybe the discharge is the same amount of energy as a magnet bomb, uncertain. Opponent tries to catch possibly a Shadow Ball, but unfortunately the Avalanche got him, which just destroyed their Altaria, so I don't have that to worry about now. Now, I've got no shields. What I should be doing is throwing off my charge moves here, because I've got a Sky Attack stored in my Altaria, but I actually forget at this point. I think, right, I just got to, tap as many fast attacks as possible, and literally with just 1 health left, Altaria was able to finish it off with a Dragon Breath. I made that more difficult for myself than I should have, but hey, we got the win there, so 2 out of 2 wins. I believe it's at this point, you'll see a little clip with the rounds there. I actually quit out of Pokémon Go and reload it because that was quite a lot of lag I was receiving, so sometimes restarting the app helps, not always, but there we go. So we're against Stavocado now. So Altaria versus Vigoroth. This isn't too shabby. I resist the counters. They go into Driftblim, so I want to punish with Magnezone. Those sparks will start adding up. Unfortunately I decide not to actually send a move off here. I know this is going to be an icy wind to reduce my attack, so yeah, it's a real big shame. I decide to bait with the Mirror Shot. Unfortunately the opponent gets an extra Hex in. Hex is a great move. It generates energy so quickly, so having one of those go through against you is quite bad. It's pretty bad. So I get 1 shield. I get the 2nd shield. Ideally I would have loved to finish off the Driftblim there. What do I do here? Do I shield? No, I let the... Oh, I don't quite let the Magnezone go, but there we are. I think I decided to save my 2 shields for my Frostlass. Like, my Altaria is quite bulky, so I know that can work. And Frostlass can definitely farm up quite a bit of energy here. I do have to be careful of a Shadow Ball. Yep, I definitely put a shield here because I don't want to get hit by a Shadow Ball. That will KO, I'm pretty sure, my Frostlass. Now, I think this is where the opponent makes a slight mistake. I know this is an icy wind because of the amount of energy they generated, so I let that go. If they'd have got 1 more Hex off, I would have definitely used my shield because there's the possibility it was a last-ditch effort to get a Shadow Ball in. But now I'm quite confident I'm going to win this. I bring my Altaria back in against the Vigoroth. I guess I could have got some, moves off against the Vigoroth with my Frostlass, but I figure no, I'm going to save that energy just in case. Altaria doesn't mind these body slams too much, but they do start to add up. But you know, getting in a Sky Attack is pretty much going to ensure the victory here, especially as my Frostlass is loaded with energy. Yeah, here we go. Vigoroth is practically on death's door. Managed to farm it down. There's no way this Drifblim is going to survive. Oh, sorry, Mandibuzz. What am I thinking? I was still thinking the Drifblim was alive. So in this case, it's actually good that I stored up all this energy. Managed to get the Frostlass out. You can probably see me tapping away there, trying to get it out as soon as possible, because I know these avalanches are going to do a lot of damage, and I need to get both of them off, because Mandibuzz is a super bulky Pokemon. I'm hoping to get a decent one myself. When I say decent, I mean decent IVs to try and get as much bulk on this as possible, because as you saw there, Avalanche, and especially with Frostlass's attack and it being a super effective move, it still only did 60%. So yeah, I would love a Mandibuzz at some point. So good game there. Third win, so I'm actually riding quite a high here, knowing that by the end of this set I'm going to get some points, and anything here is a bonus. So let's see what happens here. We're having trouble finding an opponent. That's the problem with having different leagues open. So like I say, I'm doing the Holiday Cup, really don't want to be doing the Master League, and the Master League has 3 different types as well, so sometimes it can take a little while to find an opponent, but we do find one. Let's see what we're up against here. So Altaria versus Stunfisk. So not bad, not bad. Oh, they swap out straight away anyway to Dugong. I have to punish with the Magnezone here. Definitely can't pass up on this opportunity. I let off a Mirror Shot here. Arguably it could be a mistake, because not a lot of people tend to shield up the first move against Magnezone, so I should have just gone for the Wild Charge. Even if it does drop my defense drastically, it probably would have killed off the Dugong here, but now my attack is reduced, so I'm just farming and farming and farming. Get another Mirror Shot in before they release an Icy Wind. I'd assume it's an Icy Wind anyway. And I have to farm the rest of this now. Yep, definitely have to shield as well, because I've got so much energy stored in my Magnezone that I would rather keep switch advantage and then throw out a move. Problem is, I did forget that there's the Stunfisk here to deal with still. So I do decide to go for the I was going to say Steel Shot then, the Mirror Shot, to try and reduce the attack of the Stunfisk. Unfortunately that doesn't go as planned, but I know I've still got a move on my Magnezone, so quickly save that, bring in the Altaria. They bring in a Frostlass, so I've got to be very careful here, try and do as much damage as possible, throw off a Sky Attack and get a shield, which is great. Obviously the opponent's going to use it because Frostlass is kind of glassy as well, hence the high attack on it. I decide to let my Altaria go here. Try and get a move off on my Magnezone. What move do I get? I should have gone for the Wild Charge. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'm banking on getting the attack reduction from the Mirror Shot. I get the other shield from the Frostlass there, which is great. So now I'm pretty much okay. I've got shield on my Frostlass, so I can just keep on generating energy here, save up for a few Avalanches and Shadow Ball. They change into their Stunfisk. I'm curious at this point to see how much an Avalanche does, because I know Stunfisk is a somewhat bulky Pokemon. I get it into farm range. I'm definitely happy to take a move here and just finish off with Powder Snow. I know that the opponent's Frostlass is fairly empty on energy, so it's going to be easy enough to get a Shadow Ball rolling here, and that is going to finish this game off. So couldn't have asked much more from that game. Dugong's a funny Pokemon to go against. It is a very good safe swap for any of you that do have those with the legacy moves Ice Shard and Icy Wind. But yeah, glad we could overcome that, very glad. So now we're trying to find our final game here. As you can imagine, I'm ecstatic at this point to have 4 out of 4 wins. Even if I get a loss here, that's going to be quite a few points up on the league. So we've got Altaria versus, a Frostlass, so this is not good. I've got to get out there as soon as possible. I decide to swap into my own Frostlass, and they bring in Talonflame. I'm not too mad about this. because it's not going to appreciate an avalanche either way. Managed to get a shield, so happy with that. Do I let... Oh no, I don't let my Frostlass go here. I really want to get another avalanche off. Shield the flame charge. I know it's going to be a flame charge anyway, which is a kind of weak move. But again, Frostlass is super glassy, so I have to shield it if I want to get another move off here. Does this avalanche hit? No, get the second shield. This is great. Frostlass is finished, unfortunately, but I know that I'm able to take this out with my Altaria. Definitely don't want my Magnezone going against this. So I'm probably going to be saving my shield for the Magnezone here, because Altaria is very, very bulky. Probably going to be another flame charge. I was thinking in my head it could be a Brave Bird, and that would have done a lot of damage with the first attack boost there. They bring in, I couldn't even see what that was there. Something to use Dragon Pulse on though, so it's probably a Stun Fist. Oh no, it's the Lantern. Ah yeah, this is great. So I count up the amount of sparks, swap into my Magnezone, and I'm expecting this to be a Thunderbolt. Of course it is, so I double resist that, which is amazing. So I'm just farming. I want to farm up as much as possible and use another shield if necessary, and then just go ham with the wild charges. I know it's going to reduce my defense quite a bit. I'm in my head thinking, right, I'm at full energy, what do? Should I go Mirror Shot or should I go Wild Charge? As we saw in one of the earlier games though, the Mirror Shot barely does anything to a Lantern, so I risk dropping my defense to making sure I get rid of the Lantern. Now let's see what we can do here. I'm glad they're waiting because it means I'm able to swap out at some stage to reset the debuffs I've had. Luckily I don't take the flame, fire spin damage. I'm able to swap into my Altaria, which against a Frostlass sounds like suicide, but like I say, it's really important that I get rid of those debuffs. I'm super happy my opponent actually lets a move off here. If they didn't, I would have got a Sky Attack and probably finished off the Frostlass, so that's fair play to them. Managed to save up for another Wild Charge, and so Magnezone manages to clear up 3 Pokemon in one game there. Very, very happy. Oh, love Magnezone. Amazing. So that is 5 out of 5. Very, very happy with this set. And in general, I'm very happy using this team. It's a fun little team to use. I've been using it quite a bit. And the annoying thing was that I was at 2,499 rating. But I was able to overcome that. In fact, the set I was able to do it on was by hitting 5 in a row. So I went from 2,499 to 2,570 or something like that. So yeah, clear the veteran rank by a country mile. Haven't had a set yesterday on this. I'm really hoping that before the Holiday Cup ends, maybe I'll get to the next rank. I think is Expert at 2,750. But yeah, I heavily recommend using this team if you do have these Pokemon. If you don't have enough Stardust or Candy to unlock the second moves, I would heavily suggest having Sky Attack on the Altaria, although it's only 10 candy and 25 candy and 10,000 to unlock the second move on that. Have the Wild Charge on the Magnezone and the Avalanche on the Frostlass, because even a resisted Avalanche does ridiculous damage there. So yeah, on that note, I shall leave you guys to it. It is 2021, so Happy New Year to you all. I hope you guys stay healthy considering what 2020 has been like, and I'm really wishing you all the best. So until next time, you guys take care, and I will see you again very soon.